The underappreciated waterfront district of Sütlüce has gone from Jewish fishing village to Ottoman holiday resort to open-air abattoir, and is today one of Istanbul's hottest pieces of real estate, with its very own weird foodie scene. The Byzantine Greeks called the area Pictridion, and it was primarily populated by Karaite Jews from Central Asia. During the Ottoman conquest, Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror pitched his tent here, giving the neighborhood of Hasköy its name. For a long time thereafter, Sütlüce along the Golden Horn to the north was known as the Sweet Waters of Europe for its lush meadows and waterways, which made it a popular site for gardens and pavilions, where the sultans and their entourages would come to hunt, feast, and receive foreign dignitaries. In 1492, Sultan Bayezid II settled many Sephardic Jews expelled from Spain and Portugal here. They were later joined by more of the city's Jewish community, which had been displaced from Eminönü by the construction of the new mosque, or Yeni Cami, in the 1660s, making the area a popular destination for the empire's other ethnic minorities.
In its heyday, Hasköy housed the first Armenian theatre company and the first Jewish printing house in the city.
Ottoman adventurer Evliya Çelebi compared Hasköy to contemporary Thessaloniki, another largely Jewish city. From the 17th century, industrialization saw the establishment of workshops, largely staffed by Greeks, Jews, and Armenians, to support one of the world's biggest shipyards in neighboring Kasımpaşa. In 1613, Sultan Ahmet I built the waterfront Tersane Saray, or shipyard palace, so that he could observe the comings and goings of the mighty Ottoman navy, by now the third biggest in the world. But following the ruinous expense of the Dolmabahce Palace in 1875, the Ottomans' finances and naval power declined, and many of Sütlüce's shipyards were converted into vast slaughterhouses,
which became famous for turning the Haliç into a bloody, polluted mess.
Many families moved inland to Tatavla, today's Kurtuluş, while their dilapidated buildings became shelters for the city's poor. Nonetheless, Sütlüce remained a center of Jewish life until the 1942 wealth tax caused the emigration of much of the young republic's minority populations. As Turkey urbanized, they were replaced by migrants from Anatolia, whose need for housing produced the concrete jungle of gecekondos and apartment blocks that still stand today. But you can't keep a good neighborhood down, and change was just around the corner. It wasn't long before keen-eyed Turkish business mogul Rami Koç chose the shores of Hasköy to house his eclectic collection of vintage cars, planes, and submarines. The spot is today one of Istanbul's best-loved museums and a fixture for family outings and school trips.
The 1997 Golden Horn Environment Project supported various cleanup initiatives and highlighted the area's tourism potential.
The plan was a flagship policy of the young mayor of Istanbul at the time, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, himself a representative of next-door Kasımpaşa. Miniaturk opened in 2003 and the Haliç Congress Center in 2009, followed by numerous universities, parks, and sports centers, breathing new life into one of the most neglected corners of central Istanbul. The final touch to Sütlüce's makeover looks set to be the vast Tersane project, a grand plan to renovate the long row of old warehouses along the shore and reopen them as posh hotels, offices, and apartments, which will make Sütlüce a neighborhood to watch for years to come. Almost swallowed by the ongoing Tersane project around it is the serene Aynalı Kavak Pavilion, a calm patch of green in the eye of the construction storm and the most visible remnant of the area's past Ottoman glory. Originally the Tersane Saray, or shipyard palace, it was constructed in 1613 by Sultan Ahmet I so he could watch his navy coming and going from Kasımpaşa's shipyards. Visitors can enjoy the well-kept gardens and adjoining cafe, and an audio tour of the pavilion's lavish interior, complete with a charming collection of Ottoman-era musical instruments. Once the site of 12 synagogues and a Jewish population of 25,000, the clearest trace of the district's Jewish past can be seen in the Hasköy Jewish Cemetery on the hills overlooking the coast. The Haskay Malem Synagogue is the only operational synagogue remaining in the district, although the ruins of the much older Abu Dara Synagogue can still be seen.
The Esker Synagogue served a short stint as a cafe before being renovated and reopened as a public library by Beyoğlu municipality.
Nearby is the Church of Saint Paraskeva, the only Romanian Orthodox church in Turkey. It was built in 1692, facing the Orthodox Patriarchate on the other side of the Haliç by Saint Constantine Brankovino, leader of the Ottoman vassal state of Wallachia. Just north along the coast is the Rami M. Koç Museum, dedicated to the history of transport and founded by one of Turkey's wealthiest men, featuring a vast, lovingly presented private collection of cars, boats, and other contraptions. In homage to the area's seafaring past, the museum is housed in two historical buildings, one a former Ottoman shipyard and the other an anchor foundry. North of the Koç Museum is the sprawling Haliç Congress Center, which has hosted cultural events, trade fairs, and conferences since 2009. The building itself was opened in 1923 and designed by Republican-era architect Vedat Tek. It served as the enormous Sütlüce slaughterhouse for 60 years, during which the waters of the Haliç ran red with blood. Behind the Congress Center, the Mahmut Ağa Mosque was built by Mimar Sinan in 1538 and sponsored by Mahmut Ağa, the doorman of Suleiman the Magnificent. The water from the mosque's fountain was found to taste slightly of milk, which gave the mosque its nickname Sütlüce Cami, roughly Milky Mosque, and gave the neighborhood the name Sütlüce. The 995-meter Haliç Bridge was constructed between 1971 and 1974 by a consortium of Japanese and German companies. Under the bridge is the Humbarahane Cami, commissioned by Miri Shah Valide Sultan, mother of Sultan Selim III, in 1792, to serve the neighboring military barracks, part of which is now a university. Further upstream is the waterfront Sütlüce Park, a glimpse into what pre-industrial Sütlüce might have looked like, complete with an equestrian statue of mythical Kyrgyz hero Manas Bahadırdin, unveiled in 2017 in solidarity with the Central Asian Turkic nation. At the northernmost point of the Haliç is the quirky but largely forgettable Miniaturk Museum, an open-air exhibition of models of historical buildings from across Turkey. Sütlüce's past as a meat-packing district makes it a perfect place to sample Turkish cuisine's dizzying array of underappreciated offal dishes. Uykuluk, or sweetbread, is a particularly popular option, even for more delicate palates. The more hardcore offal fans can treat themselves to liver, cockroach, tripe, or the infamous sheep's brain salad. For a trip back in time, head for Sadrazam Mahmut et Lokantası or seek out Vakasın Yeri behind the Haliç Conference Center. For more on eating sweetbreads in Sütlüce, please watch our video on the local food scene. Sütlüce has some good value hotels, complete with a central location and great views over the Golden Horn. Local favorites with good reviews include the Clarion Hotel Golden Horn, the Ramada by Wyndham Istanbul Golden Horn, Stayso the House Hotel, and Dosso Dossi Hotels and Spa Golden Horn. To book, please see the links in our video description. It will take you about 4 hours to see all the sites mentioned in this video on foot. Sütlüce is easily accessible by bus or metrobus thanks to the Halıcıoğlu metrobus stop. The most pleasant way to reach Sütlüce, however, is to take the Haliç ferry down the Golden Horn and get off at Sütlüce. The walk to or from Kasımpaşa is unrewarding. This concludes our video. Thanks for sticking with us. If you visited any of the sites mentioned here, please leave a comment and let us know what you think of our video. See the links in the video description for discounted hotels and tour bookings. If you're looking for the best free walking tours in Istanbul, check out the link in the description to explore local options with Guru Walk. Our friends at Culinary Backstreets also offer a 10% discount to our viewers who want a comprehensive tour of Istanbul's foodie scene. Use the discount code in the description. Our sister company, Settle Turkey, provides relocation services for anyone looking to move to Istanbul. If you would like to support us and help us make videos like this one, please click on the Patreon link in the description. We have also created a set of ESL exercises and activities in case you want to use this video to teach or learn English. Hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated with our latest content. And while you're here, check out another one of our videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.